Alright guys, so today we're going to be doing a mid fade on my brother. He likes to do like a little bit of a fringe cut, so it's going to be in that style. So I'm going to just start off by parting his hair right at the parietal ridge and sectioning it off, sectioning the top from the sides. Doing this will provide me with a clean canvas, keeping all the long hair away from the sides so that I know what to cut and what not to cut. So I'm just working on my sections right now, cleaning up his hair, combing it all down. And I'm gonna start with my first guideline now. I'm gonna go in with my trimmers and set in my bald line. Now I like to set them in pretty much like I'm doing a design. I like to make a really hard line. This just ensures that I have really clean guidelines. Usually if you have a really good first guideline, your guidelines after that will all be clean, and then all together it comes together as a really nice fade. So that's why I like to set my guidelines in like this. And I like to start on one side, then go to the other side, and then go to the back so that I can see if it's even, and if it's not, then fix it from there, match it on both sides by pretty much looking at the ears. Sometimes some people might have an uneven haircut. Sometimes looking in the mirror may not help. I like to measure by just looking at people's ears and seeing the height of the hair above it. So right now I'm just balding out using my trimmers. If anybody's interested in what I use, I like to use the JRL trimmers and clippers right now. Those are my go-tos. I really like the clippers because they have two on settings. I know the first on setting is like 6,000 RPMs. Second on setting is 7,200 RPM. I like to flicker in between both of them. Sometimes I'll hit it with the middle setting so I could get some more detail in there. It's kind of like cutting with the Andis Masters, or maybe even just the Oster Fast Feeds, with the more slower moving blade. Just provides more control. But yeah, and then the Andis trim, or the JRL trimmers, these I have two of actually. So I have one with just the standard JRL blade that it came with, and then I also have another one that I use the Andis GTX blade on. And I use that for my lineups and designs. I like to use these ones for balding out and stuff because it just mows right through the hair. They're just as good as the skeleton effects in my opinion. I might be tripping, I might just be biased, but you guys should try them out. Let me know what you think and your reviews on them in the comments below. So right now I'm balding them out. You guys, when you're balding out, make sure you're going all the way up to that line. I go all the way up to that first guideline and basically flick out right at the end. Don't dig in. You dig in, you're gonna create a really harsh bald line. So just go up, and I don't know, I think it comes naturally just to flick out because you can't cut down the longer hair. So go all the way up to that first guideline and make sure that you're shaving all the hair on the sides. I know a lot of people get impatient when they're using the balders, and they may not go against the grain completely in all the different areas of the head, leaving the head like more bald on one side or more bald in one spot than the others. Me personally, I like to take my time on this part just because um, patience is key when it comes to providing your client with a good haircut. And the more time you take on your steps, the more time you put into the actual blend and focus, the better your haircut's gonna come out. So that's what I like to do. I'm just balding him out right here. You guys can tell I'm taking my time. I mean, I got it sped up over here, but you can still see it's taking a little while just to make sure I'm getting all the hair balded out. But right here, I'm about to take my second guideline. I'm using the lever open right here, and I'm taking about a half-inch guideline going all the way around the head. Now when I cut, I actually like to go all the way around the head. I actually was gonna try out doing half and half for this video, but I forgot. I'm just stuck in my ways and I ended up forgetting, and it was too late by the time I realized. I kind of get wider towards the back of the head with my guidelines just because the hair tends to be more coarse or thicker in the back, so I give myself more room to fade. Yeah, I'm probably gonna try that out, the half and half method, in my next video, so be on the lookout for that. Also, I'm planning on posting about 3 times a week, so try to hold myself to a pretty strict schedule. More consistent, the more odds I have of reaching a good audience. So right now I'm just making sure I got really clean guidelines, go back and forth, making sure I cut everything, and then I'm closing my lever all the way right now. So right now my lever is all the way closed with the zero no guard. And I'm just flicking out right at that line, just flicking out. I kind of do almost a circular motion when I flick out. And I don't know, for me that provides like less of a harsh, semi-guideline. Then it's just easier for me to come back with that lever halfway, just like I am right now. And as you can see, it's just totally erasing it. Just mowing right through that guideline. And what I like to do is I usually like to do each guideline at a time. So I'll do one guideline, then I'll fade that guideline. Then I'll do another guideline, and I'll fade that guideline. I know a lot of people like to do all the guidelines up, come back down, fade them all in. I know some people actually put in, they don't even do guidelines, really. They only fade down. They'll go with the 4, 3, 2, 1, and then at the bottom just bald them out. So I know that's how I started out, and to each his own. Whatever works for you is what you should do. This is my method, and if you guys want to try it out, give it a shot. Let me know if you guys like it or not. I'm just knocking out that first little bit on the bottom. You guys see it's just coming right out. No harsh lines, no troubles. And if we do see anything, we come back at the end in detail. Right now I'm hitting it with the 1.5 guard. I like to make this guideline a little wider, probably about 1 inch, maybe 1.25 inches. I go wider because I like to skip steps. I've just been doing hair for so long, try to save time, and feel like I have more control over the blend this way. So I'll hit them with the 1.5, and then I blend it with a half guard. But you guys will see that in just a second. Right now I'm just going around the whole head, making sure I cut down all of it evenly in that guideline. You guys can see his hair in the back starts growing to the side a little bit. So just really trying to go over all this to make sure it's all even and I'm going against the grain completely. So, you know, neat guidelines, neat workspaces. You're gonna come out with a really, really blurry fade with that. So don't rush, take your time. Really focus on the technique. It's just like exercise. You don't want to exercise, you know, going half. You don't want to exercise trying to go fast. You want to exercise with proper technique because that's what you benefit from the most. So right now I'm hitting with the half guard. I'm using it halfway open. Just trying to barely hit that little line right there. You guys can see on the sides, since it is usually thinner than the back, it almost fades completely with just that half guard halfway open. So we still do come back with the half guard fully open, and that completely knocks it out. It's pretty strange how it fades right into the 1.5. You know, usually people have to really hit with that one guard to fully fade into a 1.5 from a 0, but for some reason, I don't know if it's the JRL guards or if it's just the way I fade, but I'm able to get away with that. I mean, maybe the JRLs might actually open up a little bit wider than like maybe Wall Seniors or something. I never really looked into that, so I might have to check that out. So just going back, making sure that taking out those lines. I got a sort of a weird way of fading. I like to do my guideline around the whole head, and then when I go to fade the guideline, I only do half at a time. So I'll do half of the head, and then I'll do the other half. Kind of like a hybrid, because most people will either do the whole head, or they'll either just do the half head and then fade the other half on its own. I'm gonna try that for the next video just because it's easier. As you guys can see, like right now, my client's in the middle of the screen, but when I turn him and he's facing to the right, you can see that he almost comes out of frame. So that kind of bothers me. I don't know if it bothers you guys, but just trying to look professional. So I think what I'll do next time is just do one half of the head, stop the camera, adjust my angles, and then do the other half of the head so that my client is in the center frame at all times. Now I'm just going over the other side with the lever half open. I'm hitting it now with the lever open. You guys can see it's already coming together real nice, real blurry. Let me know what you guys think I can improve on too, by the way. You know, I'm always open to feedback. I'm always open to criticism. I mean, this is my first video. I've never done this before, you know. And I'm trying to provide something that you guys will enjoy. So any way I can improve, please let me know. If you do enjoy the video, leave a comment, leave a like, share the video. I'm not very big right now, so I may even just be replying to all my comments. Right now I'm hitting it with the 2 open, just that bulk at the top, just debulking pretty much. You can see I'm using my comb because the hair is a lot more loose at the top, so anytime I tap it with my guard, it just moves out of place. So hit a few strokes, comb it down, hit some more, comb it down, just to make sure that I'm hitting all the hairs that I need to get out of there. Just debulking. I'm not setting in another guideline. I'm just debulking, cutting off what needs to get cut off and flicking out towards the end of my strokes. Doesn't need to be perfect. I like to come out at the end and hit it with the thinning shears. Just all ties together the cut real well and stuff. I can really pinpoint bulk spots and fade it at the top and right into the long hair on top. So I like the control, but I do like to take down some of the bulk, so it's just those small little pieces that I gotta hit with the shears. Like I said, take your guys' time. See, I missed a spot right there. Would have never known if I just rushed. Sometimes you gotta actually go kind of slow when you're feeding the hair into the clipper, just so you can ensure that you're cutting everything that needs to get cut. Guys, I am on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, so I'll link my social media below in the description box. Be sure to shoot me a follow, friend request, whatever it may be. I'd like to see who's watching my videos and enjoying them. Also, I make music, so if you want to check that out, that'll be on my social media too. See, now I'm just hitting it. Them thinning shears, you can see it's coming together real nice now. Just pinpoint. Find the bulk and attack it. I know you guys see it. You see it coming together. That's blurry, that's crispy right there. Now this is where a lot of people may stop. But for me, it's all about detailing. Detail, detail, detail. That's the most important part of the cut. You go back in detail, that takes you from an average barber to a great barber. Now I'm gonna go in here with my half guard again, and I'm just gonna only hit with my corners. Barely hitting anything. Just taking down those little bits of bulk that I can see. I take a look away from the haircut just so that I can get some fresh eyes. Sometimes I even just use my mirrors too. Always use your mirrors. Mirrors do not lie. Sometimes your eyes can get strained. They can get used to the way the hair looks, and you may not catch some of your mistakes. You may not catch some little spots that can use some fixing. So just always try to take a break just for a minute. Look at your phone. Maybe go change the music or something. And then come back, look at the haircut. Guaranteed you're gonna notice something. None of us are perfect. We're not gonna be perfect the first time around. But the key to a perfect blend is detail. As you can see, it's coming together real nice. A lot better than it already was. Just being patient. Only using my corners, not taking too much hair off, not digging in. Pretty much just using that corner as like a knife. I'm just slicing in between, taking down the bulk. We're almost there. Gotta make both sides match. Let me know if you guys want me to make any other videos too. Whether that be vlogs, pranks on my clients, whatever it may be. I'm open to new ideas. This is all new to me, so I could use as much help as I can get. Right now, I'm just hitting with the no guard, flicking my lever open and close wherever it's necessary. You guys can see it's coming together real nice. At the bottom, I know when I first started cutting hair, I would watch these tutorials and I'd be like, why is this barber going over the same spot so much? I don't see nothing. It looks good to me. And you guys may be asking the same question right now. I know it took me a while to get that eye to really see the detail, really see what needs to get fixed. But since I've gained that ability, since I've been taking the time to really detail my haircuts after I get done with the blend, my fades have been on a whole nother level. I mean, just, if you couldn't tell the difference, rewind the video about a couple minutes, come back, tell me it doesn't look better. Patience is key, guys. Anybody that's out there looking to get into the barber game, looking to be their own bosses, provide for their family, or just find a passion, patience is key. You will get there. I've been doing hair for a long time. Promise you, it was a lot of ups and downs. Working 2 jobs because I wasn't getting enough money from just this. Really almost not even doing this for a while because I didn't even have time for it. But you stick with it, work on your craft, take it seriously, and be patient. Everything will come together. I'm able to do something I love as my job. I'm really grateful for that. I pray everybody can be as lucky as I am, finding their career path. Find something you love to do and just find a way to get paid doing it. You see me spinning them a lot. I'm just looking in my mirrors. I'm telling you guys, mirrors are the key. Major key alert. DJ Khaled. Dust off your clients too. Some of y'all be leaving your clients hairy as hell. All uncomfortable and itchy. Right now I'm doing the hairline. These are the trimmers I told you guys I put the Andis blade on. They just cut a little bit closer to the skin, so they work better towards the hairline, and they're not that good for debulking. I'm barely tapping my client's hairline. He just has a light hairline anyways, and also just a little bit of a messed up hairline. It's always been a struggle doing his hair, but you guys learn your client's hair after doing them for a certain amount of time, and you get used to it and you figure out what works, what doesn't. Now I'm just styling my client's hair. I'm gonna wet it and kind of move it around, kind of get that little part out of the way too, because right now it's just kind of stuck like that from when I sectioned out the hair. But I'm gonna style it, reset the part so that I know, how it actually looks when it's all put together. Like I said, barely tapping the hairline. Gotta be very careful on YouTube too now. People be like, "Are you pushing them back?" People that aren't even barbers don't know nothing about cutting hair. You gotta be careful nowadays, or else people are gonna try to comment saying stuff like that. I'm gonna clean up my client's neck now. Guys, make sure you always get your client's neck, man. Do not leave that hair on their neck. Sometimes you forget because, you got the neck strip on them. You focused on the blend, the hairline, everything came together. So you're like, yep, I'm proud of what I did. Then you take off that cape, you leave everything that was under there. And always double check too, right behind the ears. Nobody's perfect. Sometimes we miss a hair or two. So really make sure you dust behind the ears, and then check again and see if there's any hair growing. It's in the details, guys. It's in the details. Here I go with my client's hair. You guys can see he has some pretty messed up bed hair. But it's all gonna come together right here. With this type of hair, I like to use the curl diffuser on my blow dryer. Just provides a lot of volume, and for curly wavy hair like this, it keeps it that way. You know, you don't want to go in with a brush or a comb. You're just gonna straighten out the hair, and then it's just not gonna work out when you're trying to style. So just make sure you're working accordingly to whoever's hair you're doing, you know, whether that be just styling the hair or actually doing the haircut. Every head is different. The shape, the style of hair, the curliness, the color, the thickness. It's a lot of different factors when it comes into doing somebody's hair. You guys can see it's coming out real nice. Flows right into the top right there. Nice curly fringe. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all ready for this? All right, here we go. This was a before. Look at my mans, man. Came here looking like that. The audacity. It's all right, because we going to get him right. Just like this. Let me know what you guys think about the cut. Leave a like, subscribe, comment, share. Let me know what you think, man. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.